Yo, what's going on, man? What's the deal? Hey, if you're new to this channel, like, subscribe, hit notification bell to be notified every time I upload. I do live streams every day, and you know, that's probably why you don't see a lot of uploads from me. But this is an upload. Um, right now, I got some plays that I pretty much like. Some official, some aren't. So I'll just go through it, right? But like I said, tap in, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Members only. I will drop some plays in there. Getting ready to drop some plays in there right now. So, it is what it is, right? But just going through down the line, was using Outlier and things like that. And they do sponsor my channel. But we got like I think it was 9 games on the dock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 games. There's some games that I really like, right? So starting off with the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons here, 217 over under. Detroit and New York Knicks, pace wise, right? Looking at the pace here for these two teams, I wanted to say, well, Chicago, well, let's see. New York Knicks, Detroit Pistons, bottom feeders when it comes to pace, right? 30th last, dead last. New York Knicks, dead last at pace. And then Detroit Pistons, like, second from last. But, third from last, rather. But, minutes and usage equal opportunity. So, it's a few plays that I like here. We've been hitting on Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. I would say some of their numbers, and like I said, this is early lines, right? So it's really important to get to the early lines. But I would say these two guys, these three rather, but let's see. I'll pull up some of the plays that I was looking at over here. Let's see. So Cade Cunningham, we already know the usage has been there, will be there. If you want to take the 1.5 threes for him at a parlay piece, you can at a minus 140. Some people will lay that juice. It's not out on FanDuel yet, but I didn't get it yet. I didn't take it yet. Certain books I did see it at 2.5, right? So that's one thing. That's one that you can look at there. He's hit this number in every single game this year. 1.5 threes. You can take the 2.5 for for some value, right? You're gonna get good plus money on the 2.5 threes for him. Jaden Ivey. Here's another guy. He's hit this number in 4 of his last 5 games this year. He's on a 4-game hidden streak with this number here. 1.5 at a minus 119. You'll get this on pretty much all the books that are offering it right now, right? So he's hit this number in 4 straight games. The usage is there for these guys. If you want to look at his points, he's hit his points prop in 4 straight games. Also, the attempts, they're there, right? His last 4 games, 16 attempts or better. Anytime you get in 16 attempts, your point prop is 17.5. I have interest there, right? So, and then last but not least, we're going to look at Tim Hardaway, right? So I haven't pulled the trigger on Tim Hardaway either. Here's the way I want to look at this one here. I do want to look at his points prop here, but it's 3 sitting at 1.5 on all the books that are out right now. Of course, they are parlay pieces, so if you're looking for a parlay piece, you can get these guys, right? I just posted a parlay with these guys the other day. Took all 3 of these guys for 2 threes apiece, and it smacked. However, looking at the points here, you're going to get his points prop at 10.5. The usage is there for him. Especially the last 2 games, which were Philly and Miami. He hit his points prop. He had 20 and he had 16 points. I'm torn between going for the 3s or the 10.5 points. That's why I haven't pulled the trigger on anything yet, right? Honorable mention, Tobias Harris. He's had 10 rebounds in 3 straight games. And of course, I probably wouldn't take the under for Jalen Duren's rebounds. I lean towards the over at 10.5. I'm probably getting ready to play that. Uh, Orlando Magic's at Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, this is something where, like, there's I can see instances where this could be the blowout pack, right? So keep an eye out on that, right? Because I definitely like to bet the blowout pack. And if you're not familiar with the blowout pack, then the blowout pack could be something like, let me see. Hmm. So sometimes I get a double click, and that's why that happens. But we do know Paulo Banchero is out. Franz Wagner has been sick. And to talk about the Orlando Magic side, they do have some defenders over there still. You can look at Anthony Black. He's going to be a defender. You can look at his fantasy score if it comes out. Um, Jonathan Isaac is a really, 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 really good defender, right? He just stays hurt. He's an underrated player. If he never got injured, this boy would be off the chain, right? Then you got Goga Potadze. Goga Potadze is, he's a good defender, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Cleveland team is going to want to how this Cleveland team is going to want to, run their offense, run their defense, and who they want to start. I'm interested because I really am, right? Guys that you're going to have to keep an eye out, step up offensively is guys like Mo Wagner. So, guys like that, right? So, before I get to the blowout pack, now, not an official play. It's not something that I'm giving out, but y'all know what I'm giving to say. I'm taking the over 14.5 for Mobley. I just got to, right? So the over 14.5, y'all know me and Mobley, we like this right now, right? So the blowout pack, I like to go over here to margins. And when I start off, I go with 11.5, right? Cleveland, 11.5. Then I go with the margin of victory, which is 26 points, right? Plus 1100, right? That's the first two of the blowout pack. Then I go with the 10-point margin winning, and I go with the 21 to 30, and then I cap it off with the Juicy J bands, right? Bands will make you dance, right? So blowout pack 31 plus 2,500. It is what it is, right? I take a stab at these. I don't care if you're putting 10 cents on each one of them. I don't care what you do, right? But this is how I do it. If they end up winning by 31, of course you're going to lose one bet. That would probably be the 21 and 30. But of course you'll hit a plus 125. Plus 26. Plus 1,000 and a plus 2,500, right? And if they don't win by, if they win by 30, then you'll cash all three of these, the first three bets. So it's other ways. If they win by 21 to 30 or 26 or better, then if they win by 26, then you'll win three bets. So it's just a lot of ways, right? It's a lot of ways. Either way it go, that's just my mental blowout pack, my mental blowout game of the day, right? Boston Celtics at Charlotte Hornets. This is a game I didn't pull the trigger on anything yet, right? Didn't even begin to look at lines. Normally I would be all over Charlotte Hornets center, but I'm gonna pump my brakes today, right? I'm pumping my brakes. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, right? Maybe in a live stream in the morning we'll talk about it. Sacramento Kings and Atlanta Hawks, right? So we already know the usage is concentrated for the Sacramento Kings team, right? You're gonna get DeRozan, Sabonis, Fox, and Herter, right? Murray, he's out there for defensive purposes most of the time, a 3 and D guy. So it is what it is, right? So in this matchup here, Um, and then he's 75% to this number. Well, actually, he's probably hit this number three straight games. You can take a stab at it if you want. A strong lean towards the over for me for Kevin Herter points, sitting at 14. I mean, sitting at 10.5. He's hit this number in three straight games. I like the matchup for him, right? Taking a look at the shoot guard, small forward. You can just look at some of the position ranks right here, right? So Fox, you don't need me to tell you Fox is in play versus somebody like Trae Young, right? These two guys are probably going to go at it, right? So you don't need me to tell you that, okay? You don't need me to tell you that I think the 22.5 for 23.5, DeRozan can hit that, or how good of a rebounder, Sabonis is and has been. You don't need me to tell you that, right? It's these guys right here that you probably find some value on, possibly laddering or whatever the case may be. So 10.5. He's hit this number in three straight games. The matchups, three good matchups: the Lakers, Portland, and Utah. So I think this is a pretty decent matchup for Herter. This is his old team. The shot should be there for him. Couldn't talk you off anybody else from this game. I'll probably be betting a lot of those guys in the same game parlays, right? Trae Youngs and things of that nature. So you already know, right? Just putting you up on some of the other guys right now. We'll go through some of this stuff in the live show. Another guy that I probably really want to take a look at here, barring any foul trouble, would be Capella. I did not put him, in my player pool or anything of that nature, but Capella, he's somebody who can put up rebounds in a hurry. You guys already know that. I didn't check the head-to-head stats, right? I didn't check the head-to-head statures. So maybe that's something that I can look at now, right? So, his rebounds, he ran across this Washington Wizards team in back-to-back games there. And, it's a possibility he could be losing his step a little bit. But they started some big boys, Sar and Jonas Valanciunas. So things can get kind of iffy there. But as you can see, he's given Sabonis 12 rebounds. This team 12 rebounds in both games he played against them last year. The minutes was 28 and 22, and the rebound chances for him was 17 and 18. Right now, his rebound sitting at 8.5. He has been putting the ball in the basket a little bit more. And in fact, both of those games that he played versus Sabonis last year were double-doubles, or both versus this team were double-doubles. Now, he has been scoring the ball a little bit more as of late, 12 points and 16 points in his last two games. But like I said, he was playing against Washington, right? So, it is what it is, right? Next play we could talk about would be the Los Angeles Lakers and Toronto Raptors, right? I really think that this is a really, really good spot for Anthony Davis. I'll be playing his props in some shape, form, or fashion, but I'm not here to give that number to you guys, right? Looking at the defensive position and stuff like that, checking on the point guard position, then looking at the assists. As you can see, I didn't really take a look at this number here. Toronto is down there, right, at the bottom, bottom third, right? So it is what it is. Points to the point guard position and threes, right? If you're not familiar from what I'm looking at right now, this is Game Day Insights, where it covers NBA, NFL, and MLB, right? So some pretty good stats, really good stats here. If you want to check it out, go ahead and give it a try. Game Day Insights. At the end of the day, this team here, looking at this Toronto team defensively, if you're looking at defensive rating here, Toronto team is dead bottom, right? Dead bottom. Dead at the bottom. But there are instances where there's some value, right? So somebody like Jakob Poeltl, I still, barring any foul trouble, I think he can still get his rebound or probably a double-double prop. A lot of usage will go to RJ Barrett, right? I just took his points at 22.5. Last game, he goes up there and gets 30. I think there was an overtime, but it is what it is. But I don't know if I'm going to end up pulling the trigger for him. I like the matchup. We'll see, right? But I'm going to pump my brakes on this game here. What I did add to my player pool was Davion Mitchell. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, so it's definitely a lean or a strong lean. But Davion Mitchell, I added him to my player pool, and I actually put in for points plus assists, right? Because his points line is sitting at 10.5. He's hit this number in back-to-back games, and then his assist line is sitting at 5.5. He hit this number 3 straight games. So I was kind of looking at the points plus assists here for the simple fact if he does, go off in both categories or one category, it could be a possibility he'll hit the points plus assists for me. So, and that's set at what? Hey man, come on now, points plus assists. Where is it? There it is. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, points plus assists sitting at 16.5. It's a lean. I like the matchup. The backcourt for this LA Lakers is not good defensively, and it's just a lean, right? So somebody's that's going to be out there, even looking at his fantasy score, right? That's something that you can get at too on these pick'em sites. Indiana Pacers at New Orleans Pelicans, right? So interesting game here for the simple fact that we're going to be dealing with a lot of injuries, okay? So the injury news here is definitely worth taking a look at. So I will just come over here and who I had penciled in right now, I'm probably just going to go ahead and make it an official, right? You'll get this number on DraftKings, BetMGM, Underdog, PrizePicks, and Caesars. You'll get I've already sprinkled on it, over 22.5 points for Pascal Siakam, right? This team is riddled with injuries. So let's see. Trey Murphy out, Messi, hip soreness. Got to see what's going on with that. CJ McCollum out, Herb Jones out, Jordan Hawkins, a game time decision. It's just a lot for this. So all injured. DeJounte Murray and Daniel Tice is a game time decision. So it's a lot for this Pelicans team. So keep an eye out on somebody like Alvarado. If these guys aren't in, Alvarado did play 30 minutes plus last game. I think he scored 16 points. A real pace-up matchup for this Pelicans team here. So I couldn't talk about points for somebody like Brandon Ingram or something like that. Pascal Siakam was 50% to this number versus his team last year. So I've already played this points prop, right? Now, as far as the Pelicans side, I do like, and I don't know which one I like the most, right? I would say I like Brandon Ingram the most probably, and he's had success. So this is a pace-up matchup. This team does play fast, and time, minutes, and everything, all that equals opportunity, right? So Indiana Pacers, they right outside the top 10. We know they can get busy. Next play from that game, of course, took the 8.5. I took the 8.5 assist for Tyrese Halliburton. You'll get it at let me see. DraftKings has it at minus 110. PrizePicks, Bet 365 minus 125. Bet MGM minus 130. Caesars 131. By the time you wake up, it'll be 9.5, right? So I took the 9. Early lines got to get there. Next play we're going to talk about here is going to be the Denver Nuggets and Minnesota Timberwolves, right? So at the end of the day, you got Joker, and I couldn't talk off any of Joker's numbers, so that's one thing right there, right? Like Joker is going to be Joker. Barring any foul trouble, I got a strong lean here. Barring any foul trouble, I'm leaning towards the over 11.5 rebounds for Joker. I mean, for Rudy Gobert. I think he could get there barring any foul trouble. So he's somebody that you can definitely look at, right? Head to head, he's hit this. They did play in the playoffs, so but let me see. That's on the under right there. The over. They did play in the playoffs though, right? But this was the playoff numbers here. But this regular season, right? The regular season, he had hit that number. Actually, you know what? This game here was the playoffs too, I would say. So 1, 2, 3. He had hit that number 3 straight games versus his team, and last year. And, so it's doable, right? So a strong lean towards the over there. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to put a little something on it, okay? I'm going to put a little something on it. If he get into foul trouble, big time possibilities, he probably won't get there, right? So last game on the docket here, Oklahoma City Thunder and Portland Trail Blazers, okay? So, the line on this game, this is another blowout pack candidate. We got 11.5 spread on this one, first and foremost. Number two, this Oklahoma City Thunder, this defensively in that guard rotation, they've been pretty good defensively. So if you can take these guards out the game, Portland Trailblazers can get beat here. We'll get beat. I'm talking about beat bad. Now, I was looking at some numbers here, defensive first position this year, last couple of weeks. Shooting guard, right? And I'm definitely looking at the 3. Portland, right? They're giving up 7.4 threes to the shooting guard position. You know what I'm saying? So they give up the most 3-point attempts. So we can definitely see sparks fly from beyond the arc, right? So a 3-and-D guy, you look at Lou Dort, which I know he's the 2. He's a 3-and-D guy, so definitely we can look at him. Let me pull up some numbers for him. He's been hot as of late as well. So let's see. So Lou Dort, one thing he's going to do is going to go out there and play some defense. Okay, point prop sitting at 9.5. He's hit this number in back-to-back games versus Atlanta and San Antonio and San Antonio Spurs. So it is what it is with that situation. Pace-up matchups for them. Well, in the Atlanta game, the Spurs, they was fast playing last year, but they're not playing that fast this year so far. 3-pointers made, sitting at 1.5. And coming in from last year, he's 8 of 10 to this number, right? 1.5. Let me see something here. Where do we get this number at? Okay, so FanDuel finally dropping lines, right? So you get a 1.5 threes for him at a -110 on FanDuel. Let me add this over here. Let me add this to my picks. Definitely, right? PrizePicks got the 1.5 out. DraftKings got the 1.5 out. Best line right now is on FanDuel, right? So FanDuel just dropped their lines. And I'm interested to see where Chet Holmgren's points is at. I've been playing Chet Holmgren's points almost every day, every game. So looking at the threes here, Shai Alexander, he had to been shooting the 3. His juiced up at a -158, right? Let's take a look here. Shai Alexander, the 3 ball for him. He's hit 2 threes in every single game this year. And take a look at the attempts. It's good. It's a matter of time before he goes crazy from beyond the arc, right? He started shooting that 3-point a lot in the playoffs. So it is what it is with this situation. But he's taking at least it's averaging a little bit over 8 3-point attempts a game. I couldn't talk you off of it, right? Getting in there with something like 2 threes for him and 2 threes for Dort will definitely get you a plus 200 or something like that. If you think he can go out there and bang some out, you'll get 3 threes for Shaq Alexander at plus 175, 5 threes for somebody like Shaq at plus 950, and 5 threes for Dort at plus 1400. If you really don't want to go crazy, you can get 4 threes for Dort. And like I said, I showed you the numbers right here. To the shooting guard position, Portland is giving up the most threes right there at 7.4. If you want to look at the point guard, Portland is they're down there near the bottom. Probably not a lot of 3-point attempts versus them, but it is what it is, right? Portland been playing some defense though. They have been playing some defense. And Lou Dort. Let's see. He's got it. So he's hit. He went 4 threes versus Atlanta, 6 threes versus San Antonio Spurs. He might be ready to smack that 5 at plus 1400. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. With that being said, guys, peace out, right?